You know, one of the big questions we had after the school shooting in Dalton yesterday, where a teacher brought a gun into his classroom, barricaded himself in, and fired the weapon out of the window, was why was this man even teaching? And that's because of a couple of police reports that we uncovered showing some really bizarre behavior by the teacher, like confessing to a murder that didn't happen. And that brings us to our discussion tonight about why don't we know more about the mental health of our teachers. With me in our think tank tonight, we've got Greg Fidlin, he's an employment attorney, and Dr. Eric Fisher, licensed psychologist. Thank you both for being here. I want to start because there were two incidents, and I want to read from the police report a little bit of each one. First one, in 2016, I received a call from dispatch who stated there was a subject in the lobby who wanted to confess to having someone killed. We were not able to verify any information that was provided to be accurate. It appears the subject may be delusional. Mr. Davison was transported to the Hamilton Medical Center after our interview based on him thinking about hurting himself. This guy had some sort of a history. Should the parents and the students have known about this? Legally, could they know about it?
Well, generally, an employee has no legal obligation to disclose that they're suffering from a mental health condition, and the employer, subject to certain exceptions, does not have the right to ask about it. Now, there can be exceptions. For example, if that employee had come to the administration and said, I need to be reasonably accommodated. I'm suffering from a condition. I need time off work. I need some modification to my schedule.
Then they can find out about it. But generally speaking, if he's just being treated for mental illness, doesn't have to tell his employer. Now, after they, ethically though, do you think, as a licensed psychologist, do you think that students and parents should know the mental health of their teachers? Because remember, these students have no choice. They have to go to school, and we parents have to send our kids to school.
I think we have to respect the rights to people to have their privacy. That's why HIPAA laws are in place. It keeps their medical and their mental health records private between them and their physician. The risk that we have for if we start to order or request or demand that teachers, their mental health is evaluated, we're going to shut down communication, and you're going to get potentially worse outcomes because people aren't going to seek the help they need.
What do you say to parents, though? And students, you know, they have no choice. They've got to go to school each and every day. This guy has a history. They didn't know about it. Don't you think they should have known about this? Been told that there's something going on?
I think we have to look at the community that's developed within the school setting. Is there a level of trust between the educator, the teachers and the faculty and the administration? Is there a level of trust between the students and the teachers and the administration that if we built stronger communities where people felt like when they were having problems they could open up and communicate better, then we would have that open communication. When there's not trust, you don't have a community. And when someone's delusional, often the last emotion they're going to feel is trust. So then you have that situation where you have somebody kind of turtling in and pulling away. So we have to do a better job at creating this, because in every situation where you look at even a mass shooting, the community was in their life was torn apart. There was no trust in the individual. They felt ostracized. They felt diminished, and this was the result.
Bottom line, the way you're seeing everything playing out here with schools and guns and teachers, do you think anything's going to change legally?
Well, in my opinion, especially if the president has its way and teachers are armed, I think they should be treated as peace officers and undergo the same type of background checks, including mental health screening, that law enforcement officers should have to undergo.
And from your perspective, do you think ethically anything is going to change in the way we treat folks who have mental illness?
I hope, like I said, my whole thing is always about community, that I think we need to build stronger communities. Mental health issues happen all around the world, but they don't have the same frequency of gun-related incidents. There's something going on in our culture that feeds us, and that's what we have to seek understanding of. Not judgment, but understanding.
Guys, appreciate it. Excellent insight tonight and perspective.